kufika kwenu hapa bila ya ndugu na hatuna wasiwasi, tunawakaribisha. Tuna furaha tele kwa kufika kwenu hapa bila ya ndugu na hatuna wasiwasi, tunawakaribisha.
Karibu ujitete, tunaamua kesi zote bila kupendelea. Badala za kesi twapendekeza kuhakikisha kesi dijitali na lengo letu. Rekodi zetu zote tunazipeperusha
kote nchini.
Karibu ujitete, tunaamua kesi zote bila kupendelea. Karibu ujitete, tunaamua.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So the importance of the small claims court system must not be undervalued. Even though we mentioned the very small numbers of 110, that is just because we have just started. In the places where they have been doing this, I'm sure the numbers will be high. And you can see that this is 110 of people who really need justice. People who are at the place where we say the rubber meets the road. Because it is a claim from 1 shilling to 1,000,000 bob, where that is where the majority of our people are. So for those others who can afford lawyers and who can afford even to wait and earn interest on their money, that may not matter much. But for a person who has his 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 unpaid contractual, the small claims court makes very, very, very much sense on almost a life or death situation. The court goes and meets the community, because we think by this method the community will learn to trust us. Love is learned, they will see our love and they will be able to say that they have confidence in the court. And if you have public confidence in the court, then our numbers at the small claims court will go up. People will be able to come to court rather than temera. You are the one, you know, cut that person for me before he gets away. So other than that, now because they have confidence in the court, they will be coming here and then we will help resolve.
I'm delighted that the courts will provide an avenue for swift resolution of disputes between parties involving small amounts of money, and it's a great step towards making justice accessible to the Meru residents regardless of their socio-economic status. Honorable Chief Justice, this is a momentous occasion paramount to enhancing access to justice and hence a historical step in our justice system. Honorable Chief Justice, we sit with you in the National Council of Administration of Justice, and I've seen the reforms that you've moved since you became the Chief Justice of Kenya. Just last week, Chief Justice, we were trying to look at the sentencing policy for us to be able to ensure that as the magistrates and the judges go into sentencing, then they're able to apply a guideline, which is just a guideline, but allows the magistrates and judges to still exercise their discretion. Honorable Chief Justice, one of the things that we partnered with the judiciary and the Office of the Ombudsman is on alternative dispute resolution. And when you came to office, Chief Justice, in our first meeting, one of the things we discussed was on how then we as the promoters of alternative dispute resolution are due the judiciary as partners in looking at access to justice can then work together to ensure that we deliver service to the people.
Your Lordship, we also request for an extra number of judges in the Court of Appeal. You can imagine serving about 7 counties in Nyeri. We only have 3 judges. So we request that you consider these other regions as well, because they sit in circuits. So you can imagine 7 counties being served by 3 judges, Your Lordship. And right now they are dealing with 2016 to 2018 matters. And their appeals are being filed on a daily basis in the Court of Appeal. We request at least an extra 3 so that they are able to organize themselves better to serve us as members.
Our dear beautiful girl from our soils, partner with our county government to operationalize the Meru municipal courts. We are very ready as a county government. Our Lady Chief Justice, we are in the final process of acquiring land for construction of Timau Law Courts, and we shall soon invite you to lay the foundation once the process is complete. Karibu sana in advance. The county government of Meru is also in the process of identifying suitable location for establishment of additional courts in Mutembei, RUTO, and Mutembei. And any other place that you may wish. It is a matter of where and when. We are ready as county government of Meru. Any business, any progress minus marketing, it is like winking to a beautiful girl in darkness. So with us we have good news. But now we are winking to a beautiful girl in darkness. I am not aware if the judiciary have a department for marketing like other institutions. If we have one for marketing, this is the high time now we translate this document and the questions in Kimeru and then push the advert to our local Kimeru stations so that the people will understand. There are a lot of questions here which are very and equally very important. How do I institute a claim at the small court? Even myself, I don't know. Hata mimi sijui. Do you pay any fee for commercial cases filed at the small? Hata mimi sijui. At least to give us this booklet in the way we can understand. That is Kimeru. And if the institution kana kwamba imesota kidogo iwezi kusukuma, I personally volunteer to do it in Kimeru, provided you give me the advert translated so that I don't do what is wrong or what is not here.
We will continuously map out the hotspots. One of the biggest problems we have here is sexual gender-based violence. I cannot go away without mentioning that because I don't know where we have gone wrong. I've always known the Meru people to be very respectful of one another. Lakini shaitani ametuingia. So this reputation we have garnered that we are people of Mutembei will have to come to an end. We are people of love. We are people of respect. We agreed with the judges that we will start a registry, a high court registry, both high court registry and ELC registry, so that we start a judge circuiting in Maua. So Maua will also be a high court station very, very soon. And all these pieces of land we have been given, you've heard, we have one in Timau. I can't wait to come and launch the court in Timau. For the small claims court that you need more adjudicators, I'm also happy to announce here that the Judicial Service Commission already passed a resolution to recruit 60 more resident magistrates so that we can have more adjudicators. So by May, Honorable Maina will have a colleague. We will operationalize a small claims court in Koome. We will also operationalize a small claims court in Maua. If we aim to do that by June, then we can talk of making some progress. But I also have a report on my desk that has mapped out Meru as one of the hotspots for sexual and gender-based violence. And the request is that we also start a specialized court here to deal with sexual and gender-based violence. So those are things I can see happening between now and June. This, we call it financial year. So we are going to do a lot of work with you to sensitize people about the alternative justice system. Traditionally, we recognize that we solved our own problems. And Meru, I think, distinguished itself by having a forum during Cheke, which is being understood by the other. I think they are working on their systems and structures so that they can comply with the Constitution. And I'm very, very happy to be associated with Meru because we have our own systems and structures of solving disputes.